let's try this. So these images, when I zoom in here, they should be high res. Some of them look a little grungy because of the texture, but they should look like that for you. So when I am going to import something into Photoshop, let's just say it's this, I select the whole t-shirt, copy it, Control C, and then in Photoshop I create a new document, and it's automatically going to be really small, but I want it to actually be really big, so I change it to inches, and I even make it like 4, just make the document size bigger than what it was, and make this 300 dpi. And then when I paste it in, I'm going to make it that big, and because it's coming from Illustrator, it's going to be big-ish, but at 100% of this size, you can see that it should not be blurry. So then I'm going to make a new document, 150 by 150 at 72. Go in here, copy this, paste it in here. And so for the little ones, I don't think she likes a close-up. I can't remember. But if she wants a close-up in here, I like to show at least the collar. So that would be the size for the 150. If Kim wants like more like that, then that should work. But again, it's going to be really blurry when you open it up. Like when you zoom in, it's got to be 100%. And so then I will, under filters, I will unsharpen mask. I do 25 at a time with just 1 and 0, and that should be fine. And then save. When I save as, or save for web, sorry. With these, sometimes for the 150 by 150 pixels, I'll honestly make these like 100% because they're just really small. The thumbnails are too small, and hopefully one day we'll redesign the Dupro website and we just won't have anything this small. But a 10K image is fine, and then save it. So same thing goes for the other sizes, and how I do that is I will, typically I don't even know what size they are. I'll go here, open up the next one, and if I right click, I can copy this image, and it automatically imports that size into Photoshop. So the next size, the medium, is 290 by 290. But I have to go do the same thing. I'm definitely not going to copy from the 150 by 150 image. I'm going to go back to the original big one that I sent, copy, paste into the medium size. And so now we're definitely, it's definitely big enough. And on this one, she wants to show detail. There. Throw an unsharp mask on it and then save it. So on this one, I'd probably go more like 70, 60 if it can handle it and doesn't get too distorted, because you want to keep these images pretty small. And then for the large, I do the same thing. I go back to the website, open up an image that's previously there, and I copy the image, open up a new image in Photoshop. And then here, what I do is I'll copy that big image, paste it in, and so I have one big one, and then I'll actually duplicate it over here, hide that for a second, and then so I've got this big image, which is now the detail, and then this other file, other layer, will show double T. I'll give each of them a unsharp mask. And then sometimes she'll want to show the different colors. So on the large, I might do that. So I might bring all of these in. It's time consuming for sure. So bring it in here. Same process again. Now, it's important when you're importing these that you don't say okay and then size it up. That is going to make it blurry. See how, because it imported it small, see how that gets blurry? So we want to paste, we say okay and keep it in this bounding box before it actually imports. You have to size it up before it imports. So now we've got 3, and sometimes I'll then take these, and I can size those 2 together. So I just dragged instead of copy and pasted. And sometimes it works to show all 3 T's, like that, or we could show them as insets. This maybe gets a little smaller. Like that. And then show the close-up of all of the elephants. But again, I can't take from here. I have to go back to the original, grab those 2, drop them in. Those elephants to be about the same size. Get rid of the rest of the t-shirt. We're going to crop this because see how there's all the rest of that art hanging off there. It's just harder to work with. These exactly the same size. Size it like that. That actually looks really cool. Can't wait to see this video. You should just look at that. Psychedelic and cool. Layers. Oh my god, it's cool. So I'm just getting these in here, and in order to show all 3, I'm going to do this one, and then this one's smaller as well. And now you have actually more space for those. And that's a really quick, I'll flatten that, throw another unsharp mask on it, and you can save. And for the large, like you definitely want it to be good quality, but see how this is so big. But it's okay because they're clicking to enlarge this. You know, that, it gets so degraded. So, 90 is what I would do there. Save that. Alright, I hope that helps, and call me if it doesn't work.